MAV100 is introducing a new way to operate a business. MAV100 is building this model in order to facilitate community ownership and management of community-owned infrastructure. Telecommunications infrastructure requires immense scale, and this has led the industry to be extraordinarily centralized. We are creating a model that allows anyone to participate in ownership, management, investment, and maintenance in order to build and maintain infrastructure efficiently at a local level. The primary strategy here is to give each member decision-making power over their participation and the power to participate in management proportional to their contributions. Today, we are going to explore this model using standard balance sheet mechanics to demonstrate how we will manage this effort. And it all revolves around these ratios. First, we start with the balance sheet categories: assets, liabilities, owner's equity. In assets, we have liquid, non-liquid, buyback account. In liabilities, we have short-term, we have long-term. In owner's equity, we have membership. Normally, a company will hire or elect a person or people to move money between these categories and make decisions following guidelines that are more or less agreed to upon by the group. These are decisions that are both numerous and usually time sensitive. And so current models handle this in a centralized manner. Today we are going to introduce a decentralized model. But first, we must address why the current centralized model exists. The first drawback of decentralized decision making is that it is slow. All of these movements mentioned above require accomplishment in a timely manner. The second drawback is that over time, democracies tend to make short-term decisions. Every direct democracy always follows the same path into oblivion. 51% of the people figure out that they can vote to take everyone's stuff. They install a bureaucracy to protect the system. The bureaucracy morphs into aristocracy. The aristocracy goes from 51% to 10%, and everyone else rises up and feeds the aristocracy to the guillotine. We at MAV100 wish to avoid this fate. The system I am introducing will make these decisions faster, immediate, and in an automated fashion, and these decisions will be made in a decentralized manner. First, let's identify how capital moves in our business. First relationship to discuss is short-term operations. Revenues come in, we add cash. Expenses are billed, we add expenses. We reconcile liquid assets versus short-term liabilities. Standard short-term operations. Now let's say we reconciled and we made money. We will have extra liquid assets. This is going to trigger 3 events that happen automatically. 1, membership is going to be added. 2, we will invest some portion of this windfall into long-term assets. 3, we are going to move some of this into the buyback account to provide returns to our membership. So in the first case, distributing membership. We know this will be done proportionately, but how many memberships? If we have $10,000 in profits, do we add 1 membership? Do we add 100 memberships? Do we add 10,000 memberships? This is determined by the membership emission ratio. How much money it takes to add 1 membership. This ratio is intended to go up over time in order to reward early investors. In the case of moving cash from liquid to non-liquid and buyback account, we have a choice between short-term profit and long-term investment. More towers, more marketing to push future sales, faster return to members. This is the asset reinvestment ratio. Does 80% of this go into reinvestment into more towers and more infrastructure? Does 60% go in? Does 0%, all of it, go to the buyback account? Now the next event, let's say our expenses outstrip our revenues. We have a liquid shortfall. It happens. Money is going to be pulled from the buyback account up to our liquid to cover this shortfall. But how much are we going to pull out? Enter the positive liquid asset ratio. When we add revenue and cash injections to this side, or expenses and short-term obligations to this side, the balance changes. Sometimes money needs to move down, sometimes money needs to move up. Rather than hiring a single person or a department to shift these balances around, They are going to be algorithmically controlled and happen immediately on reconciliation events. A higher positive liquid asset ratio means the company stays more liquid and is safer from liquidity shocks. But cash doesn't make us money usually, so maybe we want more money here or here. And there are some additional ratios to add more context and get you thinking. We have the long-term debt ratio and the liquid investment ratios. We borrow money against long-term assets. Every intelligent company uses leverage. But how much? Liquid investment ratios. Every well-run company invests their liquid assets into things other than cash. For example, how much World Mobile would we like to carry? How much in CDs? How much ADA? These ratios are going to be how membership manages the company. And now for the bonus section. All of these accounts are going to be wallets. This is a wallet. This is a wallet. Wallet, 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 wallet. Balances in these accounts will be represented by appropriate abstract tokens. Cash tokens, abstract membership tokens, installed infrastructure tokens. All of these tokens are abstract representations for this balance sheet. And all of these wallets will be encompassed by a vault. When a balance is changed in any of these accounts, we add more cash tokens. We add more membership tokens. We add more cash to the buyback account. The vault will send tokens from one account to another, or to the inactive token account, which is represented by a wallet. This will create a UXTO, and this will permanently log each of these accounting actions to a ledger, the Cardano blockchain. And each of these ratios will be represented by a token. Liquid wallet will have positive liquid asset ratio tokens. Short-term liability wallet will have positive liquid asset ratio tokens. When members change this ratio, say they want a higher amount of liquid, they will move tokens from this wallet to this wallet, and vice versa. The ratio will be determined by the number of tokens in this wallet divided by the number of tokens in this wallet. All transfers between the two, i.e. changes in the ratio, will be recorded on the blockchain. Thus, using our vault and these tokens, we will have automated 90% of our accounting department. Generating reports and calculating taxes or business statements will now be possible with a button attached to the ability to read the blockchain. Any person who wants to know how our cooperative will operate only needs to look at these ratios. MAV100's cooperative model is moving towards trustlessness. Each cooperative will be absolutely predictable. It will be automated and it will move with instantaneous speed in day-to-day operations. And this will confer a level of efficiency necessary to enable hundreds or thousands of people to participate in the management and operation of a community-owned infrastructure cooperative. Management of these ratios will be constant and transparent. This model will eventually replace our current failing local governance model. These tools that we are building will bring the true value of decentralized consensus to our communities. Thank you for your time, and look forward to part 2, where I go into these ratios individually and in depth, as well as how the DAO works and how we will manage the cooperative.